A graceful afternoon to you and welcome to Papalo News at 12. My name is Nanaba and I'm coming up shortly in the headlines. NPP opens nomination for Asen North constituency by-election. Professor AKUFO-ADDO passes on at age 81. Jachi Kwesen to contest Asen North seat again on June 27 by-election. We are confident of meeting IMF conditions for fiscal consolidation. Tano River more polluted than it was a year ago. President Tinubu tells Nigerians to stop panic buying of fuel. This and many more coming to you right after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The New Patriotic Party NPP has opened nominations for today for its parliamentary primaries in the Asen North constituency by-election. The decision was taken at the party's steering committee meeting held on Tuesday, May 30, 2023. The party, in a statement signed and issued by Mr. Justin Kodri-Afrempong, who is the General Secretary of NPP, said the nomination process would end on June 1, adding that election of parliamentary candidate was slated for Wednesday, June 7. It said the party had also approved detailed rules and regulations to govern the elections, which would be made available to stakeholders. The Supreme Court early this month ordered Parliament to expunge the name of Mr. Jachi Kwesen, the National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for the Asen North constituency in the Central Region, as a sitting MP. This is after the Apex Court declared as unconstitutional the election of Mr. Kwesen as MP in 2020. Subsequently, Parliament on Monday, May 29, officially informed the Electoral Commission of the vacant seat, paving the way for a by-election to be held on a date yet to be communicated. Now to the next story. Former Education Minister and renowned author of The Dilemma of a Ghost, AKUFO-ADDO, has passed on. According to her family, the poet, playwright, and academic born on March 23, 1942, died peacefully at home on Wednesday. In a press statement, the family announced with deep sorrow, but in the hope of the resurrection, informs the general public that their beloved relative and writer passed away in the early hours of Wednesday morning, May 31, 2023, after a short illness. The family head, Kwamina Isando-ADDO, added that funeral arrangements would be announced in due course. The family requests the general public privacy in its difficult moments of grief. Embattled National Democratic Congress member James Jachi Kwesen has officially announced his intention to participate in the Asen North by-election scheduled for June 27. According to him, he is determined to continue serving the good people of the Asen North with all his heart, body and all the resources he can muster for the benefit of the constituents. Mr. Kwesen's parliamentary membership was revoked after the Supreme Court invalidated his election in the 2020 polls due to his dual citizenship. But in a June 1 communique, the former MP urged the constituents to come out in their numbers to vote for him so he returns to Parliament and continue the good work he began to do. The legal challenges began when a group petitioned the Electoral Commission in the Central Region to disqualify Mr. Kwesen, claiming that he owned allegiance to Canada. Subsequently, Michael Ankoma-Nimfa, a teacher and resident of Yamransa in the Central Region, filed a petition at the Cape Coast High Court seeking to invalidate the declaration of Mr. Kwesen as the MP for Asen North. The Cape Coast High Court upheld Mr. Ankoma-Nimfa's petition, ruling that Mr. Kwesen's dual citizenship breached constitutional provisions. Consequently, the court declared the 2020 parliamentary election in the North constituency null and void. On May 17, the Supreme Court upheld the Cape Coast High Court's decision and instructed Parliament to expand Mr. Quayson's name from its records. Following the declaration of the North seat as vacant by Parliament on May 30, the Electoral Commission scheduled a by-election in the constituency for June 27. The NDC has chosen to nominate Mr. Quayson as their candidate for the by-election. In his declaration, Mr. Quayson urged constituents to vote for him, expressing his commitment to continue the work he started toward advancing the development agenda of Asen North. Government has stated that it is certain of meeting the International Monetary Fund's requirement for fiscal consolidation in its quest to ensure economic recovery. The IMF, in its report on Ghana's request for $3 billion extended credit facility, attributed Ghana's economic challenges to weak domestic revenue mobilization efforts. The fund also said tax policy design suffers from widespread tax expenditures, especially in VAT, and underexploited taxes such as property tax and excise. Also, weaknesses in revenue administration continues to be reflected in limited compliance and recoveries. Speaking at the Capital Markets Days event organized by the MTN Group in South Africa, Ken Ofori-Atta said the government it is in its position to meet all the IMF's targets. In terms of the confidence to be able to follow through with the IMF, the post-COVID program for economic growth is a program in which the fund's structural benchmark were around that. He says he believes that we can do it because we have done it before. Ken Ofori-Atta also revealed that the government has made some progress with workers on management of their pension funds. Now to the next story. The condition of the Tano River is even worse than it was last year, says Erastus Asari Donko. Mr. Asari Donko, who has been monitoring and reporting on the Galamsey menace in the country in a follow-up to an earlier documentary, Destruction for Gold, revealed that his visit to the areas he had covered in a previous documentary, while they have witnessed few Galamsey activities in the area, are riddled with uncovered pits. He added that the illegal miners have also transferred their activities further upstream and are causing even more harm. According to him, at their new locations, some illegal miners were now directly mining in the Tano River, contributing to the rising turbidity of the water body. He noted that while previously the illegal mining activities were largely carried out by Kenyans, this time foreigners, the Chinese, were directly working at the illegal mining site. Also, other communities where previously there was no mining. I beg your pardon. Now to the last story. The office of Nigeria's new president, Bola Tinubu, has told the public to stop panic buying as the fuel subsidy will not end until the end of June. The statement seeks to stem the chaos sparked by comments at his inauguration on Monday, when he said the subsidy was gone, but he gave no time frame or other details. The statement says his remarks are neither a new development nor an action of his new administration, explaining that the decades-long subsidy was only funded until the end of June. Some people have posted videos online of filling stations already increasing prices, in some cases by more than 200%. The statement from the presidency added that Mr. Tinubu's plan was to channel the money previously spent on the subsidy into better investment that will cushion the effects of the removal on the general public, especially the poor. That ends it all for News at 12. My name is Nanaba Anan. Do have a good afternoon.